so with everything going on and happening right now, we now have had 2 children die from measles. And it wasn't even a blip. I mean, it was like a snap second, and it was gone amongst all the other garbage and debris that's been going on in less than 90 days. And it's problematic because in 1963, when the vaccination came out, prior to that, we had about 450 children a year dying from measles. I understand what the Anti Vaxers have told each other and how they get into this group think and they believe, oh, it doesn't kill anybody. But in reality, yeah, 60 years ago, it killed about 450 children a year. And it maimed a lot of people for life. A lot of children went blind, lost hearing, had severe damage to some of their skin. It was not a pretty thing. And for a parent who loses a child, I don't care if it's 450 or 1 million. I can't understand any parent. Oh, well, it was just 450 then. Okay, 450 when the population was 179 million. The current population is 340 million. And estimates right now are in rural America, up to 60% of school-age children are not vaccinated. Now, you can sit there and say, oh, well, you know, that's just a travesty, but I don't want to vaccinate my kids. Okay, but in 1963, your kid had a 100% chance of getting it. 100% chance of getting measles if they came in contact with it. That's facts. And the vaccinations are 93% effective in protecting after the first dose. After the second dose, it's 97%. Now, what that means is after the second dose, everybody that's vaccinated, there's a 3% possibility of you getting it, of your child getting it, compared to 100% if they're not vaccinated. So for some of you in that populous area where 60% of the kids are not vaccinated now, this is a high risk for your child, even if they are vaccinated. But here's the truly sad part of this, because in 2020, under the current administration that was the administration then, we announced that measles had been 100% eradicated from the United States of America. No more measles. Polio had been eradicated since like the 1950s, 60s. And it's back because of the anti-vaxxers. No joke. If I sound angry, you're confusing fed up with anger. I am fed up with stupidity. And all because, groupthink. We all think this. Let's talk about it. And now we all agree. And now 60% in rural America, depending on where you live, didn't vaccinate their kids. And their kids are at risk. And so are yours, because your kids have a 3%, even if you gave them both doses of the MMR vaccination. Risk of dying, being deaf or blind, severe scarring. Sounds wonderful. In 1963, before 1963, the current population then was 179 million. So 450, it doesn't sound like that much, but we are now 340 million, almost double the amount. And a disease like that grows exponentially. So the more of us there are, the way more that could potentially grow. And if your kids only have a 3% chance now, it's still 3% that they wouldn't have had at all after 2020. Fuck around and find out, yeah? But what made me even more mad is RFKJ, the big face to the anti-vax movement, right? People listen to famous people. We all know this. And he's an idiot. He's a heroin addict. He's got all kinds of health issues based on his addiction. And obviously he's not the brightest light bulb anymore. That crap eats your brain. And he had the audacity to go to the first child's funeral. And then, and I'm going to read it, quote him. The most effective way to prevent the spread of measles is the vaccination. Are you kidding me? Now, those first set of parents, they let him come to that funeral. But the second set of parents, I would be suing his ass. Kennedys are wealthy. RFKJ is wealthy. I'd be suing him. Your child is dead because he put his face on you not vaccinating your child properly. And he is a contributing factor to your decision and a contributing factor to why your child is dead. They didn't need to be. They never should have been. We eradicated the disease in 2020. I'm not angry. I'm fed up with the stupidity. It's a difference. I get angry. I go silent. I got nothing to say. Most people know you get really afraid of me when I go silent. Both these kids didn't need to die. And any more that died didn't need to die. That's just facts. And I don't understand how any of you are still behind this administration. I mean, those two kids should be a huge story right now. I mean, normal circumstances, it would be because the vaccines got some kind of, issue with them or something like that. The issue would not be because they were not vaccinated. Whether you're anti-vax or whatever, you've got to start thinking about how stupid people like RFKJ sound. I don't give a shit about you. The more of you that are dead, the more of us that are dead, he can just party his ass off. He didn't care. He's probably dropping ketamine like it's going out of style. He is a heroin addict, so he just probably replaced it when Muskie Boy suggested it. And you're listening to a fool. And now 2 children are dead and countless others are at risk for no real reason at all. As usual, please think about it. Peace.